and sports instructor out of CFB Halifax. Here's your PSP Halifax Work In for today, the 22nd of April. In response to COVID-19, PSP is offering virtual fitness classes to Canadian Armed Forces members. By using social media platforms, the virtual fitness classes are tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel, but have become accessible to all. Participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members recognize and acknowledge their age, health status, and physical fitness levels are unknown, and it is entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this yoga class. Since it is preferable to consult your physician before beginning any exercise program, we invite all participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members to consult the Get Active Questionnaire, either to the side or down below, of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology, CSEP, and there's a reference document there too. If you experience any pain or difficulty during the exercises presented in this class, it is recommended that you stop and consult a healthcare provider. Remember, if you are a CAF member and you sustain an injury during this video, please remember to fill out a CF98. Great. Hi. Dave Mazers here, welcome to yoga. We are going to be pretty fast paced today, and we've just lost a minute or two, so we've got 45 minutes planned. If you were with me for the yoga class on Sunday, welcome back. And we'll just start right to the top of the mat. Remember, take rest, take breaks anytime you need. Take a sip of water. If you catch yourself out of breath, you can always come down to your mat. Great. Starting at the top of your mat, place your feet together. Big toes touching, spread out the rest. Like this for all of our poses. Make sure you use the most of your feet. Open your palms to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in. And out. Remember, you can turn on music to accompany this yoga class if you feel. But I'll just be following the sound of my breath, and I recommend that you do the same, audibly breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. On your next breath in, sweep your hands up in the air. On your exhale, fold it down over your legs. On your in-breath, lift your chest up and forwards, reaching your head long. Exhale, bend your knees, step back, and lower yourself down to the ground. Inhale, lift your chest up and hold it there for 3 breaths. Every time you breathe in, coming up a little bit higher. Supporting yourself by pushing your pelvis down to the ground. Take 1 more breath to come up, cobra pose. Exhale to fold back onto the ground, rib by rib. Press up onto your knees. Fold over into a down dog, and we're going to walk right back up to the top to get a few of these in as a warm-up. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold right down. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, right back over the hips. Nice long legs, soft knees. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back, lower down, breathe out. Inhale, lift your shoulders together. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale, roll down, push over the knees. And back to down dog. Getting a little bit faster each time. Walk yourself up. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale up to stand. Exhale. Keep pressing through your feet. Force through the legs. Fold in half. Halfway lift. Shoulder blades just like cobra. Squeeze. Exhale. Step back. Lower to the ground. Or chaturanga dandasana if up dog is ready in your back. Peel your shoulder blades together, lifting your whole heart. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Walk it back up. Think we have a little time for 1 more. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold out. Inhale, stand. And from the top, 1 breath per movement. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga or to the ground. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Utkatasana, a little flow sequence. With your Utkatasana, we'll hold, weight in the heels, spread out your toes. If your shoulders get tired, you can bring your arms in front of you. But remember to squeeze your shoulder blades back. Try not to arch the back too much here. And pull down from the hamstrings into your seat so that you don't create any slack in your back. Fold down. Take a little break of a breather. Stand back up, hands in front, heel toe your feet a bit wider, and come up on your toes. After squeezing the legs, this one's all technical. Through your toes, through your arches. Maybe lifting the heels up higher by bending the knees. Awkward pose. Good. Bring your heels back down, your hands to your heart, sitting back into your chair. You can heel toe your feet back together. As long as your thighs can touch, we're ready for a twist. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Turn to one side. Extend the arm so you can catch the thigh. The other hand can palm on top of the low back, or keeping the head over the heart, palms can come together at the heart. Take a breath, look up over your shoulder, and exhale, fold back down. Halfway lift, give yourself a little reset, sit back into your chair, inhale, hands up to heart, exhale, twist the other way. Push out through your heels to keep your thighs engaged, your hips active and ready to lift. Your spine up, your heart up, look over your shoulder, one more breath in. And then exhale, fold back down to the ground. Step one foot back. I'm just keeping left foot in front, so if you go with me, left leg in front, come up to your lunge. From here, lean into it, engaging the abs for support, reaching your arms back, again, strengthening the posture muscles between your shoulder blades. And deepen until your knee is over your ankle. 2 breaths in and out. Inhale, exhale, and next breath in, lift your back knee, leaning forwards. Inhale your hands up. Send a little more blood down to your heart, down to your legs. Sit the hips low. Squeeze your tummy up and in. Yes, sinking the hips forwards and down. Push up through your right toes, right heel. And on the exhale, bring your hands down to heart, your knee to the ground, lean forwards, and twist. So we're seeing 2 of our twists, warming up the back, so that it's nice and mobile. Keep pushing through your legs to keep this an active twist. Right up through the ground, right up to the heart, through the shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, inhale, come back to center. Plant your hands, rock your legs back, lift your back foot first, and then lift with a long spine up, palms down by your hips. Flex your toes, flex your knees, squeeze your hips and tummy. And maybe reach your arms over your head. For this last set, breathe in 3 times. Hands come back to hips as you exhale, teeter up, plant your right foot in front, step your left foot back down, lowering to the ground. Or if you choose, make it a little harder on yourself by staying up and lean in. Runner's lunge. This is all the energy down through your hands, down through your feet, stabilizing everything towards the inside. Inside of your spine, straight up through the top of your head. Inhale, bring that energy up. Fire up the legs. If your hips are feeling bendy, sink a little lower. Give your shoulders a roll back, away from your ears to make space for your breath to lift your ribs. Exhale, slow and controlled, hands to heart, knee to ground, twist. This is another lunge where you could choose to keep the knee up, but for your balance and to make sure you're stable and even through your hips, keeping both legs on the ground and lifting up through your waist, up through your heart, to look over your shoulder. Inhale back to center, fold down so you can kick up, and then lift your heart. Raise your arms back. Take a deep breath tall through the legs. You can teeter-totter your chest as far forwards as your leg will lift up. You'll feel it in your hamstring. Breathe in. Breathe out. Squeeze your tummy. One more breath. Leg to the ground. Right foot steps back. A little bit shorter stance. Warrior one. Lean in. Exhale your knee over your ankle. Inhale your hands up. Shoulders back. Again, grounding through your feet. A lot of times you'll let your mind wander and legs can get kind of slack. They're used to standing here for us. This is a little bit longer of a hold. Keep yourself active. Keep yourself in your body. Push down through your feet. Squeeze up through your waist as you exhale. Keep drawing your shoulders back into their sockets. I'm going to switch directions so I can keep talking to you. As we exhale, open your stance out. Heel toe your right leg back until you're in warrior two. Hands up as high as your shoulders. Lunge down into your stance. Keep squeezing through your outer thighs, through your glutes to open your stance, like your feet are going to spread apart. And reach your arms away to match. Little warrior sequence through the legs, sinking down. Try not to let their shoulders wear out. We'll see the back arms start to dip. Pull that back up if it's going down. Lift up your toes. Try pushing down to the edges of your feet. That'll keep you active because we're not going anywhere in the legs. Keep your legs sturdy as they are. Open your arms out. Lean over your front knee. And then pivot. Thinking like a side plank. Lifting your waist up, lifting your chest up, lifting your arm up. As you lean into the lunge, stretch your inner thigh. Strengthen your side. Try not to touch the ground if you don't absolutely need to. Use your core muscles to hold your alignment. Exhale and roll your shoulders back down. Pushing through your right foot. Roll your hips up towards the ceiling. Almost there. 2 more breaths. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Pivot so that you're facing the other direction. Shorten your stance. Turn your hips to the short edge of your mat. And inhale your hands up for warrior one on the other side. And feel the difference between your legs. The right leg has been stretched out through the hamstring, through the inner thigh. Compensate by pushing forwards with your left hip and squeezing back the right thigh. That way you keep yourself balanced over your hips, aligning your spine so it's ready for this big exaggerated breath that lifts up your chest. Should be starting to sweat here with your arms overhead, reaching, active pull. Good. Your wrists, your muscles, your forearms, your triceps, your biceps hugging to the bone. Keeping the arms active as you exhale, open your stance on this side to warrior two. You can turn your head and feel a little stretch down the left side of your neck as you look over towards the right ring finger, right baby finger. Try not to sag into your front hip, your front waist. Hold yourself tall and postured right over your tailbone. Arms might start to feel the burn right about now. Wiggle the fingers, keep them here. Keep firm in your footing. And purposed in your breath. Sink into it a little bit longer. 2 more breaths in. Open your palms. Reach into your front hip. And open your triangle. Trikonasana. As we line up the left side body from baby toe out to the left ear, maybe your eyes as you look up. Notice what's happening in the right side body. Pull the right butt cheek under your hips, pushing your right knee out. Staying active in that strong front leg to pull you down deeper. Maybe you can almost reach the ground. Halfway there. Pull your waist up to the left. Stretch your arms out, squeeze your shoulder blades. One more full breath in. And out. Inhale, pull yourself up. Hands to hips, feet forwards, facing the long edge or the front edge of your mat, up to you. I'm just going to demo here eagle pose, using the left leg to cross over the right and sit down. Toe for a kickstand if you're wobbly, or try to hug your toes behind your right ankle. Left arm under right is the option to wrap the hands around and around, or just to your shoulders. Keep your core working for posture. Unwind here. Lifting your left knee up, hands to your heart, knee to the side. A little bit of breather for tree pose. You can gaze down across your fingertips or find something in the distance to look at as you turn your knee out. Bringing your knee back in, extend your leg forwards, and you can hold on to it if you need a little help. And reach your heart forwards towards your toes. Big stretch in both hamstrings, keep them strong, squeeze your quads, wiggle your toes, smile. Two more breaths. Stay with me now. In and out. Put the leg down. Switch sides. Eagle, right leg over left. Right arm under left. Lift your elbows tall, lift your spine tall. Squeeze your legs against each other. Getting rid of any air between your thighs. Unwind. Right knee up. Hands to heart. Right knee out. Above or below the knee here. Try not to push your lifted foot onto the knee. I go below. Gives you a little bit more room to rotate out, to stand up nice and proud. Relax your shoulders and neck. And one more balancing pose on this side, knee in, foot out in front, hold on to it. If you can reach the toe, you can go reach for the toe. Fall out of it, come back into it again. Maintain your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Lowering the foot down, taking a little side bend. Hands can be hip width apart. Clasp your hands over your head. Reach to one side. Take it easy now. You're back on 2 feet. Lift back up to center. Widen your stance. Bring your hands to your hips. Lean in with your heart. Maybe your hands can reach the ground under your shoulders. Or if you have an object close by, we can bring the ground up to you. Try to fold flat, straight down, without rounding your back. Deep stretch to your hamstrings. Lift up through your waist. Keep using your abs even in this stretch. Heel toe back together. Soft knees. Inhale, stand up. Side bend the other way. Keep your chin up. Keep your chest up. Inhale back up. Widen your stance. Second chance at the wide-legged fold. This time maybe the hands come together behind your back and pull to keep your chest open as you hang over your legs. Pull yourself up nice and easy, softening the shoulders. Grab yourself a quick drink rest. Lay your head on the mat. We've got a few minutes of hard abs coming up. But you can use this minute as much as you need to. Get comfortable. Get where you need to be. Try to make sure that my mat is clear. Hope you're all doing good so far. It's coming fast at us. A lot of poses to get through today. A lot less flows than Sunday though, so give yourself some credit if you're doing both. If you're doing these every day, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. Get back to your breath. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Bend your knees. Take your left ankle up over your right knee. Your left hand through your legs, holding on to the right side. Give your right leg a squeeze in towards your chest. Open up the glutes. Deep breaths. We never have too much of these little hip stretches when we're very active. Take it easy. Now take the left leg right over the right, just like we did in eagle pose. Keep your right leg up at 90 degrees. Take your left arm under your right and lift your shoulder blades off the ground. Eagle abs. You can try to keep kissing the knees and elbows together. Or you can extend and alternate between the two. It's a 30-second hold. It's not too long, 2 or 3 slow reps or 1 longer hold. And we'll unwind again. Pulling the knee in towards the chest. The right leg can extend again. Your left arm can extend down the mat or 2 hands on the knee. A couple stretches to get you used to your back on the ground, squeezing your low back down with your abs. Breathe out to squeeze. And land, left foot down, right ankle over. We'll do that same sequence on the other side. So the right leg is on top now. The tailbone is down, the hips are squared. Your core is engaged, keeping yourself glued on your mat. Just give it a little squeeze. Unwind your arms, cross your right thigh over your left completely, reaching the feet together. Right arm under left as your shoulder blades lift off the mat. Kiss the elbows and knees together. Extend. And crunch up nice and slow. Inhale to extend. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to extend. Exhale to crunch. Or hold, hold, hold. And then this time, take the right knee in. Wind relieving pose on this side. We'll have a couple more ab sequences like that with a little bit more to it. So a few deep breaths here. And then we'll keep the knees at 90 degrees over the hips. Option to squeeze your shoulder blades off the mat like we did in eagle abs. But instead of squeezing the knees in, we're going to push the knees away. So use your arms, push away, flex your toes, and squeeze back against your hands. Deep ab burn in your transverse abdominis. Big forceful breaths out. Keep squeezing together. That's where the effort is. On each exhale, 1, 2, 3. And bring your legs down about halfway. Left over right, right over left. Speed doesn't matter, control does. Tension through the core. Take time, maybe getting a little closer to the ground or a little further away from the ground. Call these scissor kicks. And hold it about halfway. Little rest break. If you need to bend your knees, but try to keep your legs off the ground and out of the straight up position. A little static hold, hold, hold. Hold onto your mat, hold onto your hat. 10 more seconds and then 30 seconds to flutter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30-second flutter, and then we'll stretch the abs out. Speed doesn't matter. Backs on the floor is due. Bend the knees if you need to. Good long set of abs for everybody. 4, 3, 2, plant your feet hip width apart, maybe shoulder width apart, and close enough that you can reach them with your hands. Then lift your hips off the ground, clasp your shoulder blades underneath you, and then press through your arms, press through your heels, and lift your hips up. This one's again a little bit longer, so if you need to adjust halfway down, set your hips again. If you have a full bridge in your practice and you can put your hands next to your ears and you want to straighten out to stretch your abdominals, either way, try to hold whatever position feels comfortable to you for about another 20 seconds. Push through your heels, lift your hips up to the ceiling. And then bend your elbows, tuck your chin, roll your back down to the ground, and come onto one side. Another static hold, side plank. Your arm can stay on your hip. I prefer to see people on their hands, but I can't see you, so if elbow planks are how you like to do it, I'd say side plank is an okay place to do an elbow plank. Feet can be one in front of the other if you're losing your balance. Lift your hips up. Maybe lift your arm up. Maybe lift your eyes up. Halfway there. Good. Keep pressing and stretching out across your arms, across your chest. Turn your belly button up to the ceiling. Good. Bring your hands down, shoulder width apart. Down dog. Haven't seen a down dog in a while. Let your head go. Shake your head yes. Nod your head no. Keep pressing out through both arms. Maybe sway left and right with your hips. Switching sides now. Shift into your plank. Stack your weight over your right hand. Lift your left hand to your hip or to the sky. Don't let your hips start to sag. It's hard to see. I got a dark background behind me and dark clothes on. Maybe switch that for next time. Almost halfway there on this side plank. Lift up. Stretch out your chest. Look up at your hand. Breaths might be getting a little bit faster now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to downward facing dog. Whew. So we made it through the hardest part. The core, the abs. Never feels good when you do them, but it feels good when they're done. Got a few more stretches after this. We'll start with a dragon, taking your left leg up and your right knee back. Sink into your hip. I might switch sides again, it helps with the angles to see. But my left knee is squeezing into my shoulder. Feeling a little bit tight today in my hip flexors, so I don't think I'll get any closer to the ground, but if you want to put your elbows down and stay there, then the left knee is still hugging towards your shoulder. I'm just trying to drop the hips in, just like our starting lunges, but taking it for a deeper stretch. You're halfway there. Try to keep your neck relaxed. You can nod your head side to side. Nice and slow with your breath in and out. Just starting to crawl your left foot to the right side of your mat. Leaning the whole knee and shin bone down. Drop your hips, maybe a little bit of a help and assist by activating your right leg, straightening the knee, and then dragging yourself back a little further. Can get you a deeper stretch through the glute. And then if you want to rest your hands in front, if you want to rest your head, you're welcome to do that as well. If you want to have a sip of water or a tea, before we switch poses. Pay attention to how your body feels, all the things that it went through in the last 30 minutes. Try to keep center. In from your core, from your heart, from your spine. We'll shift over onto the left hip now. Pull the right leg around in front of you. And if you can sit both hips on the ground with both knees bent, that's great. If not, your left leg is going to be the one that stretches out. Your right hand is going to come behind you. And we're going to twist across and over to the right. Either with the elbow around your knee or outside your knee. Flex your left toes to remind you to sit up nice and tall. Everything's pointed up tall. Head, spine, fingers, toes. little bit more setup on the next one. Cruising back around to center, taking your right leg up to the outside of the left. You might want to open up your seat a little bit for this. You might want a little cushion to lift your tailbone up a little. And we'll still face out from the hips. The left arm will be inside the knee and twist up towards the ceiling. Your right arm can go straight up or behind the ear as you look up over your shoulder. Just like before, everything's pointed up, including your toes, your eyebrows, your thumbs. And finish this stretch through the right side of your body. Coming back up to center yourself, walking your hands around to the short side of your mat again. You can walk it out in down dog or step right into dragon on the other side. Extending your lunge, hug your knee to your shoulder. Pull your core into alignment and sink yourself down for a stretch. Follow your breath as you inhale. You can think about extending, lengthening the front of your body. On the exhale, succumb to gravity. Long, slow breaths. Bring everything back down to rest. One more, in through the nose, out through the nose. Heel toe, and roll your right leg down into pigeon. Take a breath at the top, holding the alignment, holding your spine up, holding your shoulder blades together. Gracefully land down into your pigeon. Try to keep your focus on your sensation, your hips. Oh, how they need your attention. I need you to stay here, stay centered right on your mat, right in your body. Deep breaths. And leaning over, this time sweeping the left leg from behind out in front. I got myself backwards. Left leg over in front. Left hand behind. Half flirt the fishes. It's a lot of poses today. Good job if you've kept up, hopefully. Don't worry, you can rewind if there's anything you missed. Usually goes live to the Facebook page, CFP Halifax, pretty fast after we're done recording. Try to keep holding yourself in your posture, holding your waist up, floating your ribs so they'll twist nicely. Unwind, take your knee across, reach forwards to push up, lift your waist away from your thighs, and reach your left hand up to the sky. Hopefully starting to let your mind go quieter, feeling all the feelings in your body, letting go of everything else. Follow your breath. Wake up your hands, wake up your arms, sit up tall, and wake up your toes. Taking our toe stretch, curl your toes under the rest of your feet, lean back on your toes, and try to sit on your heels. Making sure all 10 toes are fanned out there. We'll hold here just a minute. Usually 2 minutes is really good. Find you're feeling the afternoon, you need a second cup of coffee. Try this first. Spreading out all the plantar fascia. Ooh. Makes you sweat without all the extra ab work. Try to find a little peace in the quiet of your own breath. Good. Unwinding the toes, flutter out the feet, and lean back on the ankles. Now the toes are unfurled, and this might be enough for you. You might need a little bit of a cushion between your thighs and your calves to put pressure on the ankles, and that might be as far as we need to go on stretching the front of your body. But if you do want to take it a little further to the quads and to the hips, then lean back and bend your elbows. Reclining hero's pose. Feel this up the front from your knees as high as you want to bend. If you're down on your elbows, you might feel this right across your chest, but mostly this is targeting your hip flexors, just like our dragon pose, but both at the same time. Walking out of this and laying down onto your back. Extend your left leg, pull your right knee into your chest, and then reach your right arm out across the floor at a 90-degree angle so you can make sure your shoulders stay aligned and centered as your right knee makes the twist over to the left side of the room. You can look up or to the left, or I should say right, to extend the twist into your neck. And all the way down the side of your body. And the whole body elongated to take a rest at the end of our class. And we'll take the same thing on the other side. Lift your right knee up. Square your hips on the floor. And stretch your right leg out as you pull your left side up through the other. Twist with your left shoulder across the floor. Close your eyes. As other thoughts start to enter your mind, just slide them away for another minute. Take a breath. Blow it out. Let your body fall deeper into the stretch. And stop resisting and stop any fighting your body's holding up against. Laying out. Come back up. Bend both knees. Let both arms hang evenly away from the body. With the feet together, let the knees fall evenly away from the body. Let your breath return naturally. Relax your lips and your jaw. Relax your teeth and your tongue. As air rolls over your chest, your ribs, rib by rib, into your diaphragm, deepening, expanding your whole torso. Exhale and let your body slip deeper and deeper into your mat. Bring yourself back for one more moment as we hug the knees up towards the armpits, grabbing the feet just to expose a few more muscles in your low back. Hug your knees in and push your feet out against your hands to create a little action in your low back. Rock side to side like a happy baby. And when you're ready, let your whole body slide out onto the floor. And take as long as you need in Shavasana, relaxing your whole body. 5-10 minutes to rest. Naturally breathing. Letting your mind go silent, still. As each exhale, you can blow away the last thought you had. Thank you for joining me today. I'll get a great work in, great 45 minutes out from the usual or what's becoming every day. I humbly bow. Namaste.